Chat. Chat. I'm confused. Chat. Chat.
How can I help you?
What? Chat, are you okay? Do we need to have a talk?
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
I smell rabbit.
Do we need to have a talk of some kind? Literally, y'all joined and immediately were like, "Oh, it's Pokemon." I'm like, it's not. What? It. This is not the Poke of the Mons. That was a different game. That was yesterday, and also tonight. But like, chat. Y'all good? Everything okay? Cheese, you didn't even watch what I sent you. You didn't even watch The Amazing Singer. I'm upset at you. You're in timeout. Boom. Cheese has been de-cheesified and is now only potatoes. Why sus? Cheese is now potatoes. Motherfucking... Dang, demoted to potatoes. Happens to the best of us. Or the worst of us. What am I doing in this game again? Oh yeah, we're doing the Raiden Shogun. How does this cheese become potato? Potato, milk, cheese, butter, soup, curry.
Add Astra.
No, cheese is also being demoted to Jester. Loaf of milk? No, Doge still has permanent loaf of milk privileges. As in constantly calling you a loaf of milk. That doesn't change. Anyway, let's go talk to the Raiden Shogun. Who remembers the Raiden Shogun? She's a great person. Here's a story quest that I forgot about. Let's do it. Who needs to explore Economia? Who needs to do that?
Astra Abyssosk.
I.
Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual commission, and after careful consideration, we believe that
It's just me.
would be the most suitable candidate, right?
It's always me.
Indeed, as ever. I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are available to help?
Of course, that's what
Well,
it's here
let me
for.
go over it briefly. Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission. Apparently,
Oh shit.
towns are attacking the roots of the sacred sakura nearby Mount Yogo in great numbers.
Well, that's
Rift
bad.
Towns? On Narukami Island?
Yes. We are not sure where exactly these creatures come from. But this time, they are attacking in alarming numbers with great aggression and a clear target. The sacred sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. I trust you are aware of this already?
Yeah, I
Good.
know. I
Then you
understand
can
it.
see that this case is very
People are
urgent
yelling
indeed.
downstairs. It's fine.
Is the Tenryu Commission aware?
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. However, given that the sacred sakura's root system is vast and complex, and faced with the unpredictability and scale of the Rift Town's attacks, they are finding it difficult to defend against them.
That's
Their
fair.
main
That's why we're
priority
strong.
is to protect the civilian population, so they are actively looking to cooperate with all other available forces to eliminate the monsters.
Well, don't
The
worry. We're
Adventurers
pros
Guild
at
is one of
eliminating
the key
Rift
parties
Hounds.
assisting the Tenryu Commission with their work. But so far, the combined efforts to combat the Rift Towns has failed to substantially ameliorate the situation.
I'll send those pooches
You
packing.
have our deepest gratitude. Your confident response puts me far more at ease. I will mark on your map the areas where Rift Town appearances have been recently reported. I hope you won't encounter too much trouble overcoming them.
Relax. We'll be back before you can say Ad Astra Abyssosque.
And then she says it immediately, and then we lose. Also, Cheese, the only reason I'm giving you crap is because you didn't respond to the amazing singing video I sent you.
Who'd have thought? Keeping the sacred Sakura safe was Kazari's greatest wish, and now these mangy mutts are trying to destroy
Kazari! Who remembers Kazari? Been so fucking long. Oh, no. For those who are unaware of what I was referring to, last night while we were playing Pokemon Legends Arceus, I talked about the fact that I've been listening to like the voice audition, like blind ones again. What a donkey. Donkey, that's a different game. Anywho. Oh yeah, Rift Towns. Gotta stop them. Yeah, no, we were talking about like all the different like the blind auditions for voice, and there were some good ones. And there's one that I've been listening to, admittedly on repeat, because it's so fucking good. Like, it's way better than the original. And, I enjoyed it. Nice shot. Which one was it? It's, so it's actually the Voice Mongolia is what I was watching. Because honestly, I don't think that the US ones are that good. I personally don't think that the US auditions for like, or the blind ones for the voice are particularly that good. Because either half of them are country, or the other half are just kind of like... just the popular songs. Hey, what up, friend? Shogun? How are you doing? Welcome!
Shogun? Wait, no. Could also be A.
Oh, it's you two.
Oh, yeah.
It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryou Commission crisis.
Exactly. How have you
Okay,
been?
sounds more like A. It is you, right? You sure made short work of them. That was amazing.
And what brings you out this time,
I'm
though?
making early preparations for what is to come. Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today.
I'll
I
still
was
say what that
finally
is in a
able
bit.
to comprehend some things that I had never understood in the past. Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking, I find myself having the urge to spend some time in the outside world.
The outside
Makes
world's
sense.
kind of a good
You
place, I
must get
think.
so
Not
much
really.
being
Never
stuck
mind.
in there all
Take
the
that all
time.
back.
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself. Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. The most serious of these being the attack on the sacred Sakura by numerous Rift Hounds. I considered this matter worthy of my attention, so I pursued them, and they led me here, where I happened to run into you.
I mean, it doesn't seem like a matter needing the Archon's
If the
attention,
Shogun,
though.
rather than I were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation alone.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Why? Because she's just a puppet?
Also
Precisely.
true.
According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission. But Rift Hounds attacking the sacred Sakura... It brings back bad memories of that terrible disaster.
What was that terrible disaster?
Yes. 500 years ago, a great catastrophe befell Inazuma.
Sounds like pretty
Everything
much the
was
rest of the
engulfed
world.
in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. Countless lives were lost, and this homeland that the people had worked so hard to build barely escaped being obliterated entirely.
Well, that sounds
The
shitty.
monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil, and the Rift Hounds were always their advance guard.
Which also sounds shitty. Also, atrocities is a
Their
bad
duty
word.
was to tear open
I
a
don't really like
passage
that.
through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more powerful beasts.
So Conria is involved.
So you've heard of it too. That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe to you, it seems like my response to these creatures was an excessive one.
Nah.
But an excess of caution is not unwarranted in this case.
Guess you can't argue with that.
Since we are both here for the same reason, let us work together. From the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be many more monsters nearby. All of them must be eliminated.
Let's go.
I feel
Hi.
so safe
They're
when
A.
we're in Ace Company. Having someone uber powerful on your team kind of makes you feel invincible, doesn't it? Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monsters, we should ask her to tell us more about Conria.
Oh yeah, we need to finally figure out more about Conria. Finally.
It's similar to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage. Let's follow it. It should be this way.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, so for the video that I was talking about, the voice, look up, it's Yadam, YADAM as in Mike, .KH, because Mongolian names are weird, I think. And it's Dance with Somebody. Super, super good. Just saying. As far as Pokemon went yesterday, apparently I've done things in that game that very few people tend to do, so you know, that's cool. I kind of forgot what I was doing, and I just kind of kept trying to do tasks, and then continued doing tasks. So
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
oh, that's good.
Stuff that's flowing out. Is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing?
Because Dainsleif is nearby, probably. No, probably not. Oh, what's it doing?
What's this?
Is somebody injured?
Dead people? It wouldn't be the first time we'd seen ghosts on our journey.
Sparks, I commented on that last Genshin stream. I was like, man, Sparks hasn't played this game in a while. Damn, Sparks.
Why would they appear here?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
Search the area. Kitamura, it's me? It's a kit. Another kit. Two of them.
Can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
What happened
me.
here? Could you tell us?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you there's no escaping them. We will defend Inazuma until our dying breath.
What exactly happened?
You don't know? Inazuma is engulfed in darkness. Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. They're merciless, ferocious, and they will devour everything in their path. Every last trace of humanity's existence, I tell you. They'll devour it all.
Well, that's upsetting.
But look, none of that seems to be going on around here.
Not right now, but they'll be back. Look, get out of here. Now, there's no time left. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely on but ourselves.
The Raiden Shogun's behind us,
All
though.
we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope, then we've got nothing left at all.
Man, symbolic
Don't
rain,
worry,
too.
I'm right here.
It's the Shogun? You're back. Please, we beg you. You have to help us. You have to save Inazuma. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please, or the whole of Inazuma will be reduced to a hunting ground for the beasts.
Was this 500 years ago? Is that what we're watching?
The war you speak of is over.
It was dope.
Oh.
Hell yeah, it was.
But what do you mean? Shogun,
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows.
Soft breeze blows.
This
It is
Inazuma
raining.
at peace,
Cats and dogs and
as you will
lightning.
no doubt remember.
This Inazuma is not in peace. It is thundering and lightning. And I'm glad to hear it, Donkey. But also, it's thunder. Oh,
There are
God.
no monsters. Nor
There's
is there
lightning over there. Oh,
anything else
God.
here that could threaten your life.
This is not peaceful at all.
but how? Just moments ago, they were everywhere. I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down. Everything's fine now.
But you're a ghost.
I think I understand. Almighty Shogun, you saved Inazuma. Yes, we were right to place our trust in the almighty Shogun. As long as the Shogun is with us, Inazuma will last for an eternity. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He looks like he's disappearing. Man, it's super peaceful.
Paimon can't even begin to understand what that was all about. But somehow, Paimon feels all sad and hopeless.
Okay, the sad part I get. Hopeless.
If I am not
It's just
mistaken,
Paimon.
what we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the land. The sacred sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, some of this filth leaked out through the cracks in the trunk and formed a physical entity.
We're about to see
An entity formed
memories?
with strong filth would be
Interesting.
highly aggressive. But when purified,
Oh.
it presents in the form of a memory.
Oh, I understand what this new weekly is now, I
Purified
think.
filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards. In other words, it cannot exist for too long.
Man, the same thing happened to Dusky Ming, even though it's been
So the
fucking
memories of
ages.
the ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
Yeah, Paimon's still
Yes.
always emergency food.
That
Who wants to
soldier
eat some
was one of the
Paimon?
many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now was precisely the disaster that happened in Inazuma 500 years ago.
Hey, you mentioned you were
Yes.
absent.
Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while others came from the now fallen kingdom of Conria.
Good old
The disaster
Conria.
in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step in before it was too late, otherwise it would spread to all of Tevat. But my friend, Kitsune Saiku,
Is it Kitsune
assured
Saiku
me I
Yamiko?
had nothing
Or is
to
that somebody
worry
else?
about. She would shoulder the responsibility of protecting Inazuma and mobilize all forces at her disposal to combat the threat. I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it,
It's still lightning and raining.
we both
Let's
knew
hope we don't
the
get
road
just
ahead would
destroyed.
likely end in tragedy.
I really don't want to die.
So, Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster happened in Conria?
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all of Inazuma.
Oh no, Kitsune Saiku is somebody else.
Kitsune Saiku sacrificed her life to
The one
protect
true
people.
waifu. My one
never
true
had
waifu,
the
another
chance
kit,
to see
a
her one
female
last
kit.
time. But I would like to believe that she kept her promise to me until the very last. But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined. Those terrible tragedies left great wounds that are still
I'm not gonna
felt
lie,
to this
Aya is
day,
also the nicest hair.
both on the land
Purple
itself
and long. That's a
and in
that's a
my heart.
that's a 15 out of 10 on the cuteness scale. Sorry. Is this the loss that Miko mentioned?
Yes. For the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain of that loss. All my martial might was in vain.
Listen,
Though
waifus
I
for
could
laifu,
conquer
chat. Waifus for
Tatarigami
laifu.
and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the ravages of time. Powerless to keep the ones I cherished alive.
Oh, you're fine. You live and you learn.
But
Waifu.
after
Listen,
I
Genshin's
crushed
full of
my
'em.
Ambition, I thought long and hard.
You don't have to
Now
play
I
the game.
realize I cannot fixate on the past forever.
Well, here, I'll talk about it in a moment. So now, you're no longer
When
stuck in
I
the past?
traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed over the centuries. A glimpse of human potential. Everything far exceeded my expectations.
It is still storming.
Moving forward inevitably invites further loss, but also new encounters. Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, he still chose to keep fighting for the sake of moving forward. All those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. But perhaps the future they were hoping for is not the eternity that I once strove for.
That's what being human's all about,
As
eh?
Inazuma's god, it is high time I honored their wishes. Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood on this land. Your noble souls now rest in this earth.
Is Tibet in Earth? Well, I guess
I
Earth
will
is
never
subjective
forget you
when
and
it's
all
lowercase.
that you did for Inazuma.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Be quiet.
Come on. Let's keep investigating the damage to the sacred Sakura.
So here's something that I will always advocate, right? You may not have ever played Genshin, or you may have played Genshin very, very little, right? You may have, like, Tibet's a continent. Well, yeah, Tibet's it. Oh, yeah, you're right. Tibet is... Well, is it a continent? I guess there's different countries on the continent. Also, what up, Nathan? How's it going? So sorry. You may have never, like, played Genshin or have an account, and that is fine. But, like, you can still say, like, a lot of these characters are, like, cute, beautiful, adorable, handsome, if you like guys and everything. Like, there is a lot. And it's okay to have waifus and such from other games, even games that you don't play. I've never played BlazBlue, and there are like 3 or 4 characters that I currently know who I'm like, yeah, waifus for laifu. And that's all I'm gonna say. We will continue on with our quest. But once again, I mean, can Shenhe just be my crazy, underway, violent waifu? I could also use Shenhe's, I wanted to use Hu Tao's. Like, Hu Tao's is actually really cool. But, I mean, Yai Miko's is probably actually the next one I'm going to use. Sorry. Continuing on. Hope everyone's doing well. Don't worry about... Oh, hi.
Leave them to me.
When did I become you? When did I become here? Quest is really emotional? It sounds like most quests in Genshin. Hi. Once again, we haven't seen a really bad quest in Genshin. Like, ever.
Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down!
Talk to the person who appeared. Who appeared? I did.
Something seems wrong with A.
Are you okay? Are you okay, Miss A?
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize them all in one go! No?
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my energy. Although I have some
Fair.
understanding of the situation already, it could take an unexpected turn at any time.
That's
I
also
must be
fair.
prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area, I must make sure I have the strength to face them.
Yeah, you'll be fine. But we have Kokomi who will heal you up to full. Easy.
The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely need to tell the Yashiro Commission about this. Hey, the same light is leaking out again.
And who are we gonna talk to about this time? An old man with a blindfold. Dude, it's the original Ant-Man!
Furuyama? Is that you?
It's the original Ant-Man! Let's go! Well, he got older. But he's still the OG.
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off fighting a battle in a distant land.
What up, Ant-Man?
A battle in a distant land?
Wait a second.
Sounds like this guy's talking about 500 years ago, too.
You ever have, like, the AOL, like, startup noise, like, going through your brain when you realize that you've said something vastly incorrect? And you're trying to remember what the correct thing is that you were trying to say? Either that or it's the Jeopardy music. Da 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 da. Who am I actually thinking about? It's not Ant-Man. Who's the blind... Daredevil? Daredevil, right? It's Daredevil, not Ant-Man. Unless if Ant-Man actually was blind. Who is the blind Marvel hero? Who here in chat knows Marvel better than I do? Because I don't know shit about Marvel. Yes, Daredevil. Okay, cool. This man is older Daredevil. Wasn't Daredevil a lawyer? What is Daredevil's actual... Daredevil's a tea master. You heard it here
To
first.
introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea in all of Inazuma.
Alright, new lore. Daredevil is now an old man who is a tea master who also does martial arts. And whatever else Daredevil
Your
does.
Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in your Excellency's presence long enough to become acquainted with all the skills that are required of me.
Listen, if I could walk around with a blindfold on and not freaking bump into things and, like, be as badass as Daredevil, or apparently Ant-Man, as I also just simply described, I'd be fine with
Sounds
this.
like the almighty Shogun has
Thanks for the
brought a
lurks,
guest.
Sporks.
I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But please, sit and rest.
At least now it's
After
daylight.
all, it's quite a mess out there.
What should we do?
Let's just, I want to learn more about the past.
Yeah. Sheesh. There's monsters everywhere out there. It's pitch black and loads of people have been injured.
I see. So, they have fought their way this far already.
Who
Most
has?
of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped.
There used to be
They
a
wanted to
neighborhood
take me
here?
with them,
What?
but it seemed rather pointless to me. So, I decided to stay. And now the almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away. Imagine if this was something that even the almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. Where could I possibly
secured
run
orange.
to then?
How come you're not
People
panicking, though?
flee out of a desire to live on, and the desire to live on stems from a feeling of having unfinished business in life.
That's fair.
Me, I have no such thoughts, and I have no regrets.
That's kind of the same thing I feel like a lot of old people, a lot of elderly, like, think, right? Because as a young guy, I am terrified of death, right? Absolutely fucking terrified of just dying. For numerous reasons. But I can understand the thing of, like, I feel like I still have unfinished business that I need to contribute. So whenever I have, like, a health scare or something like that, I always get, like, very overtly panicked, right? But when my grandparents were around, I haven't really talked about this really too much on stream. If you've been around with the streams, you may have seen some times where there is conversations that talk about elderly and grandparents and stuff, and those who have been around to those streams and might be a little astute have noticed I tried to shut down those conversations really, really quickly. And that is a personal thing for me, since I actually lost pretty much all my grandparents at a young age. Young in my terms, rather. And what Furiyama's saying here, it clicked a memory for me, where my grandfather on my dad's side, he ended up passing away to cancer, but he wasn't afraid of death because he felt like he's already done everything he wanted to in life, and he was just happy that his family was, like, thriving. My grandmother, though, on the other hand, even though she ended up having Alzheimer's, and not to get too much into what's happened to her, even though she was getting Alzheimer's and such, and was slowly losing her ability to speak and everything, the one thing it seemed like she remembered, and the last time I talked with her on the phone before she passed, was the last thing she said before she passed was my name, my real name. And apparently, leading up to that, she was worried about how I was going to fare in life. Keep in mind, I was just in middle school at this point, but she wanted to still be around to see me grow up. And, contrast to her husband, she was vastly terrified of death because she felt like she had unfinished business, I guess, with now going to miss seeing me grow up into an adult at that time. Well, my grandfather didn't really supremely care. Like, he cared, but not supremely. And that's why, like, he kind of was okay with dying. All of us probably in chat right now, we're probably all of age where it terrifies us. Because we still got unfinished business. But hey, at least hopefully we'll be able to live long lives to have no regrets, right?
The almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dreams over tea. Just listening to her stories.
Sorry, real talk with Genshin.
I'd been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid journey to all the most beautiful places in Inazuma. Over time,
Now this is also reminding me of another conversation that would be an incredible mood whiplash that I'm going to talk about later.
A true dreamer.
I will talk about it later because
One
it's
thing she
definitely
always says is, good
a question
things
that
don't last
crazy.
forever. Everything
Good things don't last
changes,
forever, that's true.
Fades, disappears completely over the passage of time.
Also very true.
And so, people must make the most of the life they have, seize the chance to enjoy it while it lasts, and have no regrets in the end.
You guys remember how, like, a few years ago, there was all those people making fun of YOLO? You only live once. I think it, like, was a big thing in some songs and such at the time. And, you know, there's people who memed it to all hell. There's people making fun of it. But you truly only live once. Now, that doesn't mean the meme way of just do whatever the fuck you want, regardless of how it hurts other people, because you only live once. That's fucked up. When you say you only live once, you just got to make the most of your life and do things that, you know, will leave you to have no regrets in the end. You want to make sure you live a long, fulfilling life. So, yeah, that doesn't fit the definition of
So you
eternity,
see,
though.
As bleak as things may be now, I have experienced countless wonderful things in life, and have no reason not to be satisfied.
Well, that's good.
Perhaps you are right.
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the almighty Shogun for the last time. Ah, what a pity. I'll never get to see what Inazuma looks like after the almighty Shogun rebuilds it anew. But
I mean, I don't
suppose it
think you'll be able
doesn't
to see it
Everyone says that
anyway.
Inazuma has turned dark now. But to me, it went dark a long time ago.
Are we talking
Once
symbolically
this
or
catastrophe
realistically?
is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But even if I survived until then, I'd probably be a hopelessly befuddled old so-and-so by then. So, never mind, eh?
Or a...
Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart's content and forgetting to serve the tea. The almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. A truly egregious loss of decorum.
you're
One
fine.
moment,
Don't
I'll
worry
just-
about it.
Where in the world is the tea set? I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens in their hasty departure.
Nah, they're probably fine.
Can't see a tea set anywhere around here.
Really? But it's always been right by my side. Goodness gracious, what a fool I'm making of myself.
Oh, you're good. We know where to find a
I
tea
couldn't
set.
possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be most discourteous indeed.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
Don't worry about
fine.
it. Take a rest. We'll be back right away.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No, no, no. Your humble servant implores you, not with the war raging outside.
This place is complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memories. Leave it
Okay.
to us.
But, well, okay. I never thought I'd see the day that I need the almighty Shogun to personally collect my tea set for me.
Nah, you
Can't decide whether
good.
it's a final
Oh, there's a
regret,
lizard. That lizard's
final
fucking
stroke
booking
of
it,
good
dude.
fortune.
That lizard was
Go to
booking it.
find a tea set. Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now, but at the same time, this lovely old man from 500 years ago has been through so much, and it makes Paimon so sad.
I'm so
I'm
sad.
also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
Oh, why don't we go to the Kamisato estate? There'll definitely be a tea set we can borrow there.
Hooray! Alright, now, I know we were just in really sad times, but chat, I gotta ask you a question. And if y'all's brains explode because of the question, I only half apologize. It's actually a 3-part question. And this was a question asked to me by my coworker because him and I have very strange minds. How do you describe color to a blind person? That's question number 1. We spent easily, it's either happy, sad, or mad, but how do you, what does that convey? You can't really. But like, then the follow-up question to that is when the person like thinks of, they can feel stuff. Yeah, but you can't feel color. Like, if I'm just, like, saying, hey, the sky is blue, how do you describe that color blue to somebody? In, like, a physical sense? Something like the color orange? Yeah, but they have never seen the color orange. So then the follow-up question, right? What color is their memories? Like, let's say they're, like, thinking, like, let's say that old man, Furuyama is, like, talking about, you know, all of the different things and, like, what he's imagining. Are their memories in monotone color, or is it actually like I don't know. I feel blue. What does that mean? You're sad? But here's the thing, Cheese. Your color blue could be my yellow. You don't know. So it could be a completely different thing. Pineapple's purple could be my orange and your brown. Get what I'm saying? We don't know what each other sees. And then the third question on top of that, and this one is just one that both of us thought of, and like, if that just means you're colorblind? I mean, blind people are also technically colorblind, aren't they? In a weird technical sense, I guess, technically. Sorry, follow-up question to that. What language is a mute person thinking? Or sorry, a deaf person, not mute, deaf person. Maybe try to explain no sounds, just images. But like, if they're trying to have thoughts about something, right? Like, let's say I'm thinking of like, oh, I want to play Genshin. Is theirs just straight up an image of the game Genshin Impact? With no words? God, that seems so strange to me. Maybe try explaining how colors are kind of like smells. There are soft smells, hard smells, or different variations of smells, but at the same time, they could be put into categories on what colors are the eyes. It's the best. It's probably the best answer, but it still doesn't get to the fact of like, hey, the grass is green, and how to accurately describe the color green. In a physical sense. Maybe they made their own language in their head?
Almighty Shogun!
I guess so.
How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
Maybe they made their own language in there. See, that's what we were thinking, because then we went another step further, and because some of our like people in our kitchen speak both Spanish and English, we had the dumb idea of, man, I wonder what language they think in. Which obviously it's whatever language they're more comfortable in. That's the one they think in. But it took us an hour to figure that question out. But maybe they make their own language. Ooh. I want to show them green somehow with... Exactly, Donkey, exactly. Like if I'm trying to say, I'm holding up a Mountain Dew can right now, okay? You guys can't see it. I'm not going to put it on my camera because I honestly look like a fucking wreck right now. My hair is literally everywhere that it looked like I freaking got out. I look like a freaking furry dog. Anyway, so I got a Mountain Dew can in front of me right now, okay? It has dark green, chartreuse, light green, red, white, and black, okay? Now to chat, right, if you've never seen a Mountain Dew can before, I'm just going to describe it. It's a cylinder, right, with it's overall a very, very light green with some geometry in front of the logo that's M as in Mike, T as in Tango, N as in November, in a dark green, and then right below it is D as in Delta, E as in Echo, W as in Whiskey, in red with a white outline and a light green outline, and then another black outline around it. And then you have the idea of the Mountain Dew logo. But, right, now I describe that to somebody who is, if I describe that to somebody who is blind, they probably have it in a different font. They're probably, like, when I say the colors and the outlines, they're going to probably think of, like, I don't even know what they would think of, because if I say it's really light to, like, not so light to really dark, what does that even convey to them? Technically, isn't all they see is darkness? I'm so confused. My brain hurts from this. I'm done with this thought experiment. Let's go back to this game.
A tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. I'll fetch that for you right away. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, Almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately. Ah, and the tea set. I'll bring that here as soon as it's ready.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the traveler.
They haven't seen anything if they're blind. True. And with those restrictions, it's impossible. Exactly.
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the Almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
I'm gonna picture shapes because they've felt shapes.
not
That's
often
fair.
we have
Yeah,
a
so they can
chance
at
to
least
chat.
figure out what a cylinder is.
I'm sure you must have a lot of questions.
You that the Tea Master used to
Right.
serve.
Paimon wanted to ask that too. The Almighty Shogun that he described.
Yeah, no,
didn't
the
sound
cylinder.
anything
The
like
cylinder they can
that.
imagine. Everything else on said cylinder, no.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing martial arts. So, in the vast majority of cases,
Yeah, exactly. I agree,
the
Donkey.
one he
Agree.
made tea for was the former Electro Archon, who was also my sister, Raiden Makoto. He may well
Makoto!
have
So many
had an inkling about
Makotos
there being
lately.
2 Raiden Shoguns, but he always acted as if he was completely unaware of it. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's view on reality. She always saw things that way.
You and Makoto had pretty different views, huh?
We solved the first question. I don't think we really solved it, because the ultimate part of that first question was, you can't.
Indeed we did.
So,
It was the biggest
hooray?
difference between us. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world were dreams. The yearning for a better future held by living beings.
you can't. We got the... Be fair. Dreams are, in
They
other words,
are similar.
ambitions.
But not identical. When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky far above in the form of countless stars. This
Thanks for the hydrate, Jay.
somewhat shook me.
Alright, chat. Real quick, because I'm going to go grab another taco. Because I have Taco Bell behind me. I want y'all to do your best right now in 2 sentences. 2 sentences. Describe the scene to somebody who might be blind. Go. Damn, Nathan just decided to do it in 1 sentence. Said, fuck the rules. 1 sentence it is. I guess a blind person would figure out, though, what a woman looked like, right? Holy shit, a blind person's never seen boobs. Unless, I guess, if they're female, then they know about them. But damn. 2 girls are talking. Boom. Alright. I'm gonna go a step further. Hi, I'm back. What is happening? We're doing a experiment. A beautiful lady with loose clothing and nice boobs is looking at you. Here, let me get bags of sand to help you out a bit. You know, it's fair. Pretty much, this is... Here, I'm going to put on the webcam for a little bit. This is what you guys described. This is literally what you guys have described. The first two. Nathan and Jay. This is the image that they are thinking. I want it to be known that this is the image that you both just described. King Cheese apparently was gone when we did this thought experiment. A beautiful lady with loose clothing and nice boobs is looking at you. Here, let me get bags of sand to help you out a bit. Don't know about that one because that... Let me see if I can try to draw that. Hold on. Hold on, I'm gonna try to draw that. Okay, got it. Right. Here. I think this is good. I think that's what you described, right? You know, slightly bigger than this, but you know, I think this is good, right? I think that's what we're looking at. Compare this to this. So you got two boobs, girls talking, big boobs with sand. And it says close go here. Okay.
No.
Is this stream accidentally
She
insulting?
was right.
Is that where we're at right now?
Well, I took the wayward path.
Wow. There sure was a lot going on beneath the surface.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her view, a dream is more imaginary, more abstract than an ambition.
No, just hysterical?
An ambition is a yearning for something material or a concrete outcome. It is finite in nature and will be replaced by a new ambition in due course.
I mean, we can go insulting in a moment.
Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans to constantly generate new ambitions in the first place. It is something innate, rooted in instinct.
Do I say it, chat? Do I dare say it?
In other words, it is something eternal.
Also, I just missed about 50 bits. Thank you for the 50 bits, Stonky905. 2 questions solved, babies. We did it. And second 50 bits, Stonky905. Give us a hard question next time. We got the thought experience in the bag, the sandbag. Listen, saying I don't know to an answer or to a question sure is an answer in the loosest sense, but I don't think that's a victory that we've had.
That's,
But I appreciate it.
quite a lot to take in.
Yes, it's very
To put
serious,
it
but we're about to
simply,
make it very...
Makoto wasn't concerned about outcomes. I didn't understand at the time. How can we say that we are maintaining eternity when things are constantly moving forward and evolving? I suppose what it comes down to is the definition of eternity she set out with.
Seems more in line with our humans, though.
Yes,
Probably
it
because she
does.
bonded well with humans.
I always thought that she must have grasped some elusive, arcane wisdom to arrive at the conclusions she did. But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least, an elegantly simple one. Notwithstanding that it was also the more prudent choice, based on a more mature, far-sighted outlook.
Listen, as much as Taoism is
Do you
strange,
feel
let's
you're
not
starting to
go
understand
there.
her better now?
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity.
Correct, you tried to kill
But
us twice.
I no longer cling to what was lost. I suppose that means our differences have been reconciled.
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your Excellency's use.
It's quite beautiful. Thank you.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not deserve the gratitude of the Almighty Shogun.
You're good,
It's
dude.
all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
Super
Let us
chill.
return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
Alright. So, we've talked about blind, the deaf, but what about both at the same time? Alright? And here's what happens, right? If we're going to envision what a blinded deaf person like probably envisions, sorry. Might wanna try that again. So let's see. This is probably what goes. Man, it's weird when like chat just randomly forgets you exist. Because do I exist? That's the question. And there is our needless insult for the day. Our insensitive insult for the day. Chat, I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy, chat. If you think, then you exist. Hi, my name is Kit. Since when do I ever think? I don't think things through ever at all. I'm what you say act on instinct rather than logic. And I'm what is called a Class B airhead. What does that mean? Fuck if I know. Is he not here anymore? Is he dead?
Hey, where'd he go?
Where'd you
He
go?
wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself, would he?
Well, no.
Or perhaps the ley lines did not have the power to sustain him for very long, as was the case with the memory we saw earlier.
So we won't get to drink his tea?
I don't think we ever would have.
We didn't even have a chance to say goodbye.
The information held in the ley lines
I'm on.
is
There's no need to
complex
cry.
and disorderly. The fact that we were able to meet him to begin with was a miracle of fate.
Also true. Let's make our own tea.
This chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set. Perhaps I should try my hand at making us a pot of tea. I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. I doubt I should have any major problems doing it myself.
Give me 1 second. I'm doing something for a joke. I'm doing something for a joke, chat. Don't you worry. Guys, I hate to tell you this. Absolutely hate to tell you this. But This is not working as intended real quick. Sorry. This idea is not working as what. Hold on. We're almost there. All right. Chat, I hate to tell you this, but I would have to say, beyond reason of a doubt, that this is very clearly a red flag situation. What the fuck is happening with this flag? Fucking fit to the screen. Thank goodness. This is a red flag situation right here. I watched Furiyama brew tea on many occasions. I doubt I should have any major problems doing it myself. Have we learned nothing from Persona? Have we learned nothing but from Persona? How have we messed this up so much? Red flags!
The tea is ready. Please give it a try.
Red flag!
So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. I'm not sure how to explain it.
Hey, listen, it's just the memories flooding back in, but also, red flag!
You're right. But the things we've seen today have brought back many memories for me. I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune Saigu, Makoto, and all the other friends who I watched pass even further back. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted. But now, I'd like to broach a heavier topic, if I may.
Red flag!
The events of 500 years ago not only robbed me of my friend, Kitsune Saigu, they also took Makoto away from me, for good.
She died in that disaster too?
Yes. She went to Conria alone, without telling me. Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, I was always the one to face them in her stead. But this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Or perhaps it was more that she went ahead of me, put herself in front of me, so that I would remain hidden. In any case, by the time I realized what was happening...
Kodo had already died, huh?
It was too late. I arrived only in time to hear her dying breath.
Also, in response to Cheese saying Kokomi, she's cuter, Shenhe is way cuter! Excuse me.
She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point, so all I could do was enter into her mind. As far as you're concerned, it would be somewhere similar to the plane of Euthymia. It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. I cried bitterly. Even in those final moments, I couldn't understand her actions. Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? Why did she keep me in the dark about it? Was it to shield me? It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity. As a testament to that decision, I saved her realm of consciousness just before it collapsed completely, and brought it back to Inazuma.
That's quite a story.
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. The tree that you know as the sacred sakura.
Wasn't it always
That's
there?
exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, and couldn't at all understand what I was so surprised about. No one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly with the area as I remembered it. It seemed as if I was the only one to have noticed it appear suddenly out of thin air.
Weird.
In the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect of Makoto's consciousness. With the help of the
Makoto
sacred
seems hella
sakura's
strong.
power, I was finally able to overcome the monsters and quell the disaster in Inazuma.
This is all really hard to understand. Kinda beyond Paimon's level.
So yeah, so essentially, sorry, there was two things going on. One was Chad doing Shenhe negativity, which I don't take kindly to. Shenhe can be yandere for me any day of the week, and I'd be perfectly okay with this. Listen, I have a thing for yanderes. It's fine. And also Raiden Shogun is cute. I just think Shenhe's better. Opposite of that, there's this really emotional, touching scene going on about the fact that Makoto died due to the Conria stuff. Raiden Shogun got to witness her death. Raiden Shogun is like fucking mortified over it. And due to Makoto passing, placed the tree in the place, and everyone who thought it was already there just thought it was already there. A knows that's because of Makoto.
Yes. She had such a great love for this land, and for its people. In this respect, I still do not compare to her. I once told myself that I would never speak of these events again. Facing the fact that she is gone is unbearably painful.
It's all
But
good. We're
even
probably going
the
to see her in a
tea
bit.
that is
Probably.
most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leaves some sweetness in the throat. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
No. Seems like you've done a lot of thinking about this already, though.
While we're on the topic, since you experienced that battle in person...
Have you seen my brother, by the way?
I had heard that you were looking for your family. You mean to say that he was somehow involved in the Conria disaster?
Based on what we've learned so far, it seems so, yeah.
And also kind of us,
I'm
but don't worry about
sorry.
it.
I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of the fighting was already over. And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma, and the fate of those closest to me. So, I am afraid I can't help you.
Oh, well, that's a shame. But it can't be helped, I guess.
True.
Boy, both of you have experienced great tragedy.
It seems like everyone in this game really
This
has,
last cup of
one way or
tea?
another.
Let us honor the Team Master's memory. Thank you, Destiny, for giving us the chance to meet again.
Yay,
We
tea.
should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Here we go. Also, there's like, I'm not trying to also say that there's
Very
like,
well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
that's good. I'm not trying to say any character is bad. We've already talked about the fact there's tons of good like waifus and characters in the game and all that sort of jazz. I'm just saying that like my personal favorite right now is Shenhe. Hu Tao is a close second, based on more personality than looks. And then I think Yae Mika was third, but A might be on the same path. I think. I don't know, it's hard to rank them. I just know Shenhe is 1 and Hu Tao is 2. Hi, Rift Hounds.
Once again, please leave them to me.
Hey, are you sure you're all right? You're scaring us.
Fear not. Fighting is what I do best. Illusion shattered. There is no escape.
Got you feels like a big sister. And somebody who's never had a sister would not know. What is happening?
Are you alright?
Why am I frozen?
I'm fine.
Why were you frozen? Miss?
Shine down.
Miss, why were you frozen for a little bit? I'm stuck!
Erase all threats. Illusion shattered.
You're not doing too good. Hey.
Hey, maybe you should leave this one to us.
You don't look too good.
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. Just take a breather and get your strength back. We'll deal with the monsters.
We'll deal with the monsters. I'm friends with the monsters. The son of my friend. The voice.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too. Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right. Just feeling a little stiff.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Go team.
Men, they're coming back for more. Let's get them.
Don't. It's too dangerous.
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak, we will draw on the power granted to us by the gods.
Which
Is that
is?
a vision?
Oh, it does have a
Certainly
vision.
is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is
Yeah,
the moment for
noticed.
us to honor that.
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
So full of hope.
Nobody knew where your excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found you. You're right here with us. Just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope in our hearts.
Well, that's good.
This hope is the light that will guide us out from the darkness.
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Protect the Almighty Shogun!
Protect the Shogun! Do they actually do damage, though? Oh, you guys are just chilling. Cool.
Billowing surge!
All right, go team! We did it! Go team!
Attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay?
Are you okay? Maybe you should keep resting.
What is happening to her?
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
Do you though?
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring.
Yeah, this is what happens when you're from a different world. Ladies and gentlemen, I know I'm
Monsters
amazing.
will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than a few Rift Hounds this time. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup with the General's forces as soon as possible.
Who's the general?
Everyone sees the almighty Shogun safely returning. Their spirits will be lifted.
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further.
Sounds good.
We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come our way.
So I got a Cryo, Amino, and Shogun. Yeah, no, they're dead, but don't worry about it. Just
leave it to us. Fighting is what we do best. But the almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs. Only Her Excellency can turn back the tide of despair and lead us onward into the future. No matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma, we will always place our faith in the almighty Shogun.
That's fair. Everyone
Thank
places
you all
first.
very much. I promise you that I will create a bright future for Inazuma. I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this moment forth, know that I shall be true to
Let's
my
go
word.
away. Let's
Don't
go.
worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word as long as we live. With you leading us, we will claim back everything that Inazuma has lost.
Glory to the Shogun! Glory to the Shogun!
What? That's a good fucking camera trick. Sorry. Is that a promise to them?
It was both.
To yourself.
The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the tragedy, I overlooked their splendor. The grief blinded me to how brightly they shone in their final moments.
They definitely kick some ass,
The
though.
result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, I have dishonored their will. You could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless, because they are but disembodied memories held in the ley lines. But even so, they are due a resolution. I owe it to them, and to all the people who have placed their faith in me to date.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's a few hundred years later, you're doing right by them now, and that's what counts.
Hell yeah!
Thank you for your comforting words. But this is my basic duty as Inazuma's Archon, and I have neglected it for far too long. I used to think just like that samurai, that I was first and foremost a warrior, and my only duty was to face whatever challenge came my way. But what Inazuma needs more than a warrior is someone like Makoto.
Well, you need to
Though I am
then kind of take
utterly
her place,
unlike
essentially,
Makoto,
right?
and can
She needs to
never
take her
become
place.
the person she was, I still need to do the things that she would have done.
Humans are worthy of your trust.
Yes, they are. They are strong and resilient, and have much to be proud of. As the Raiden Shogun they revere, I should not be the one to hold them back.
Well said. Sounds to Paimon like you figured things out.
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, new possibilities. This will take time, but eventually, the future will bring healing to the scars of the past.
Fair.
No matter how
Very,
long
very
it
fair.
takes, I am committed to bringing this to fruition. This is my promise. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway resolved.
How is it
It
halfway
does not
resolved,
appear that
though?
the threat will escalate for the time being.
Wait, why is it
I
halfway?
will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to
Oh,
handle the following
okay, that makes
part,
sense.
such as investigating the origins of this incident and tending to the root system.
Alrighty then, let's move on.
Okay. But she's still weak right now, right?
It's calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotions must be all over the place right now, huh?
Probably.
She seems to have changed a lot since we last met her. Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up.
You okay? Hey, what's wrong?
Are you feeling unwell again?
The sun burns her. She's a vampire.
My body. I can't move it. It looks like the situation is more serious than I thought.
Is this because we gave away her, or Yamiko gave away the Gnosis?
No need. She is calling me. The time has come.
What's the time? Who is she?
Can you help me walk? I need to go to the cave below the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Who is she?
Why? What's in there?
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the past and take the first steps into the future.
Okay. Where's this cave? Dude, one of my dogs is like freaking out downstairs. Jesus. Go to the cave. Oh, hey, look, there's a cave here. I forgot there's a cave here. Crazy.
We're finally here. The entrance should be nearby.
Oh, but my socks are all wet now. Oh, hello. That's kind of cool.
Whoa, where'd that Torii gate come from?
You okay?
It's getting worse again. But it's fine. I'm happy. I'm about to put an end to it all. This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands.
Oh, that's who we're fighting?
To Raiden Makoto's realm.
What?
It looks like she will no longer allow me to do with this body as I please.
What?
What are you talking about? And who
Whoa, 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 whoa,
she?
whoa.
Makoto?
What? Is that we're literally going to be fighting Makoto's?
Follow me.
And Paimon officially becomes emergency food. We're literally fighting Makoto's consciousness? That's really what we're about to be fighting? That's insane. What?
Paimon's dizzy. Where did we get sucked into this time? Whoa.
It's another plane of Euthymia?
Place.
Well, it looks like a lot like the plane of Euthymia.
Look over there. It's another A.
There's two of her!
We meet again, traveler. This
Who's who?
body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules.
Wait, who are we
Should the one
talking
within
to?
wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait. Paimon knows that voice. Is that the puppet?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct, don't you? But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion? I'm here to show you my answer.
Oh my gosh, they do have different voices.
We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted by the blade alone.
Wait. The atmosphere in here just took a turn for the worse. Are you all right now?
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. She cannot affect me in this way. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
So it's a safeguard against modifications to eternity. Okay.
Has their internal battles and stuff, but not like this. It's a
No!
extreme.
I'm sorry, Paimon. Have you ever had internal struggles with yourself? It is actually a full anime war scene with at least 6 to 8 different versions of yourself all fighting, all of them looking increasingly more anime. One of them usually is either Goku, or if you identify as female, probably like fucking, I don't know, what's a girl saying? Dun's coming to mind right now. I never watched Dragon Ball Z. So, sorry, but listen, this is a completely normal thing. My winning one has Shuriken.
Hey, showdown with the Shogun? Never thought we'd see that day.
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past ideals. The very foundation stone of eternity. It shall not be easily swayed. I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something?
I don't think diplomacy works here. Isn't someone who leaves herself an escape route.
They both just want the best for Inazuma.
Do
The form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the Raiden Shogun. It inherits Ei's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves forward. So too does it inherit her determination to reach eternity.
Nice, you got your PC.
Every action undertaken is for the sake of resisting erosion. Determination, courage, love, hatred. All of these will be degraded and distorted by the incessant flow of time. Only rules shall remain constant for eternity. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice but to overcome. You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A.
Let's go! Let's fucking fight!
Proud and mighty only Raiden was cut down and disgraced. Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did.
I know how this fight goes.
Pathetic. Be gone! Shine down! Now you shall perish! Be gone!
This is cool!
Inferior. The eye sweeps the lands. Insolent. There is no escape. Weak. The Kitsune sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Your verdict is decided. Pathetic. Weak. Pathetic. Weak. Pathetic. Your verdict is decided, sir. Illusion shattered. The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time.
This is 3. This is phase 3?
Inferior. Shine down, strike dead. Remove all obstacles. Evasion is futile.
Fucking let's go. Let's fucking go. First try, baby.
Have you finally defeated her?
First try, baby.
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
How the heck?
Since surely the Shogun puppet isn't invincible?
In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious indeed. She was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living being's, including you and me.
Damn, okay.
Does that mean this is gonna be a never-ending battle?
It's a never-ending story.
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. The future I shall forge will be a grand undertaking, one that will be resistant to erosion. If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change, and Inazuma can never move forward.
That's fair.
This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last.
Holy
months,
shit.
Years, centuries. And no matter how many times we must fight, I will defeat her.
So yeah, what's gonna happen to Inazuma?
500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them out like the diseased wood of an old sakura tree, so that new, healthy branches might spring to life in their place. It is about time that I learned to trust them.
Yeah, but can you bear to leave humanity to
I
go
understand
alone, though? We need you, eh?
But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are true eternity, a short moment for which the Shogun does not exist is nothing to fear. I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. However long the battle may last, it is but a drop in the ocean of eternity. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. This is my oath. Please, be my witness. During my absence, I place everything in Miko's hands.
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
Hey? Oh, fuck. No wonder this is a two-part story, essentially.
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? Are we really just gonna leave A and the Shogun to keep on duking it out in there forever? She was making sense, and maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still...
Yeah, she has no physical body anymore.
Right?
We gotta
Also,
talk to
A can
Miko.
be pretty stubborn at times, and has a history of rushing into difficult situations. What if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen, and then she might never leave again.
Our work here isn't done.
Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last time. The quicker she gets through this, the better. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her win the fight?
Good question.
Whatever, we can't let anything bad happen to A while she's in there. Oh, but we also can't get in there anymore. Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice, don't feel Paimon now.
Paimon had a brain this entire time?
Maybe, if we both ram into it at the same time really, really hard.
I need to talk to
You're
Miko.
right. Paimon nearly forgot about her. Who knows if she really understands these consciousness realm plane thingies more than we do, but there's no one else we can turn to. All right, up the mountain we go.
Talk to the Electro Archon whenever you are The campaign begins.
Hey, hey, Miko! Yeah, Miko! Can you help me? I need help. I need you to help me save me. Hey, can you help me save me? Can you help? Hi, it's me.
Someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess.
Bye, Donkey.
You're all
Take it easy.
tangled up in another situation
Have a
and
good
need
night.
me to unravel it for you.
Yes.
I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep greeting them with a smile after the first few times.
Miss, you're on my team and you're pretty
You're
cute.
always smiling.
That was a figure of speech, do you understand? Nitpicking my turns of phrase. The sheer audacity.
Let's just get to the point.
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened. It's she.
You tell Yamiko about everything that just happened in the span of the last 30 minutes.
Okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans, while she goes off on her own to fight a fierce battle that doesn't even have an end date.
Correct.
Impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable. Presumes her sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that requires nothing short of the very peak of her abilities. Yes, that sounds like A all right. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now?
This duel's way more
Rushed
serious.
into it without thinking. Well put. Oh, she acts like such a child sometimes. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help? Who gave you that idea?
You?
Is she playing dumb? She's doing this on purpose, for sure.
Uh-huh. You're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness than you do.
That's very true.
All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura, and from what I've heard, it's a little different from A's plane of euthymia.
Yep,
Because
that's
Raiden
correct.
Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. You're the ones who have actually been there, so you tell me. What was it like?
I didn't notice any
Anyway, We
differences.
needn't worry about the details too much. It'll just be a little difficult to explain things later on, that's all. First things first. Follow me to the entrance.
Alright, back to the entrance we go. Oh god. Alright, it's time to save ourselves. Guys, don't worry, I'm here. I'm gonna save myself. It's fine, right? Everything's fine? This makes sense, right?
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how crafty I need to be. To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. Luckily, I'm A's familiar, so I can sense her rough whereabouts. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this
What?
realm,
Not
I
again.
can still send you to where A is.
So, it's abstract, but has a location, but you don't know where it is, but you can still send us there.
Hi, Cube.
What?
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put this simply. Right now, she is surrounded by chaos.
Oh,
Everything
from
is
Hades?
turbulent and disordered.
Unconscious? Oh yeah,
If
that's
you
true.
try to force your way in, you could be swept away by a giant wave that sets you down in an unknown corner of space-time.
Oh, I love space-time.
This is precisely why when entering the plane of euthymia, it's much safer if you place your consciousness in a physical object first.
What? Alright, well, Paimon's staying here then. You two can go in.
Paimon, you're not gonna abandon
Suit
me, alright?
yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal?
Paimon's had it up to here with both of you! Oh, fine! Paimon's coming too.
Thanks,
Oh.
Paimon.
Well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Now, I shall send you on your way.
Nice. That was easy.
I say.
What is it?
Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. My suspicions have been confirmed. By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Listen, I'm friendship level 10 with Raiden
Well
Shogun.
then,
We're
The
good.
door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready to respond if anything happens. I'm placing my god in your capable hands.
That's weirdly
For
enough,
my
that is
sake,
actually
and
true.
For Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
It's a nice shot.
We go?
Cool.
You better know what you're doing.
You won't
That's
fail.
enough chatter. Get to work.
In this game. What game? Genshin? Oh, they give me a play. Gotcha. When you wish upon a star.
Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Man, the cutscenes in this game are fucking great. Oh, I see. Hi, we're back.
How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And how come you have not changed at all in all these years?
All these. Well, sorry, what?
This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Your will today is as strong
How
as
the
it
fuck?
was
How long
back
has she
then.
been in here?
Over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my admiration.
I forgot we're
too.
supposed to be playing that game, Doge.
You
Oh,
bring
I could probably do
honor
that later
to the
tonight.
title of Guardian of Eternity. Now these two return once more to this space. An inevitability of fate, perhaps. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500 years ago. Final duel? So you're finally willing to stand back, traveler.
Put an end to all this.
I'm going to be the start of something new.
Are we gonna break
The time
into
our duels
Disney?
took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations.
Excuse me. What the fuck?
Energy they consumed, great enough to vaporize the oceans and turn day into night. And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams. Yet, you have endured. I will endure forever. Witness the final calamity.
Jesus.
Inferior.
Alright, food might be necessary.
Eternity is in my hand.
I'm glad I figured this out pretty fast. Yeah, that hurt.
There
That's
is
fine.
no escape. Inferior. Perish. Illusion shattered. Inferior. Purge all obstacles. Torn to oblivion. Shine down.
Let's go! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Didn't even need to heal.
This is the end. You have won. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief was baseless, and I underestimated your spirit. But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future. You need not worry about the future, and you aren't alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have lost this duel for sure. Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry the gaze of the myriad of expectant eyes that look to the light in the heavens. And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Muso Ishin. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me, to encourage me.
Oh, that's from
I
Makoto?
noticed it
Interesting.
also. Just now, in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new and unfamiliar power. This power is beyond the limits of my understanding. This blade belonged to Makoto.
The previous Shogun. Yeah, thanks
Perhaps it
game
can
for telling me
only
about who that
respond to
is.
me with its full power when I truly understand and believe in her. When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, I had the feeling that she was by my side once again. It was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. Makoto barely wielded a blade in her life, and yet her blade brings me closer to her. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I should not regard you as a mere tool. You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow.
Damn.
The duties I perform will not change. But as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then? Like, for real this time?
What's happening with the blade? Man, it's glowing.
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but... well, you held such deeply entrenched views at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you came to me. But... you never mentioned this to me. Everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of stillness. Did you know what was about to happen in Conria? I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere that any Archon could afford to ignore. In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion.
Holy crap.
And I don't know what Inazuma has experienced in the meantime.
Well, growth is one thing,
But
Makoto.
I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. And I'm sure you must have wanted to shed tears many times along the way. Don't look down on me. See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe Inazuma's pain. Here, take it. Before my last shred of consciousness fades away. But it is you who must take the most important step.
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past. No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her
Jesus
understanding of
Christ.
eternity is much more profound than mine. Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you begin to touch on eternity, the concept of time becomes murky.
We saw a lot of wonderful things. I was moving forward and backward at the same
A place
time.
where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. So that was the turbulence I was sensing. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without any problems. And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now completely disappeared.
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me that the reason for everything, it's that seed.
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
Oh my gosh, no voice. I know what you mean. Perhaps a higher power. Mr. Roth really was involved in all this, but whatever the explanation or solution is what saved us.
Without the sacred Sakura, Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries ago by that disaster and the filth.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred Sakura, but to me, it has always been there. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred Sakura and Makoto's consciousness, but unfortunately, you never did persuade me, did you?
Until now.
No. But I understand why now. It was because the sacred Sakura hadn't even been planted then.
don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
The sacred sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
That's also fair.
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling the strings.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages to thank for how it appears today. And obviously I played my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same
Yeah, I'm going to
time,
explain all
centuries
this
of battling
in a
took
moment,
place on the inside, did it not?
how this all plays out.
Traveler,
Jesus.
if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you?
Correct.
At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within that space. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply establishing a location was not sufficient. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment.
And there's something in the
time
background that's
most likely
hilarious
to be
here,
the
but I'll talk about it in a moment
intersection
too.
of all that you were wishing for. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took everyone's efforts combined to ultimately help A. So this time, it looks like thanks are due to you.
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
Yeah, that's what she meant by an inevitability
I
of
thought
fate.
that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared. My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Inazuma? But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You came for my sake, to help me reach the best possible outcome. You too have my thanks. You have done much for me, and I will never forget it. Hey, how are you feeling now? My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Let's
Always
go!
thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. Have you managed to calm down? After all, you saw Makoto in there, didn't you? I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her.
Yeah, we really didn't see her.
I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course, but I've made my decision to move forward. I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how
God, this is
brilliant
also such a
Makoto was.
confusing quest.
She predicted all the
story.
ways in which Inazuma's future could unfold, all the way back then. She even factored my immaturity into her plan. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day.
She was brilliant, but you made a
I
crucial
just planted a
contribution.
seed.
Yours and hers are both
Yeah.
indispensable.
It was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again.
And while the
That's
final
amazing.
act might be a simple one, getting there was a result of countless efforts coming together. Just because the cause and effect ended up to be a bit of a back and forth doesn't mean you should undervalue the part you played.
Thank you. Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the shadows cast by the events of centuries past. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and both are indispensable. It's rare to hear such comforting words from you. I graciously accept them. Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a word I say.
Makoto said the exact same thing.
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days?
The
Actually,
look on her
no.
face.
Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth. We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much work to be done.
The look that A
Shogun
had.
and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things currently stand. Then, we will give careful consideration to the future. After that, I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
Let's go!
That's huge news.
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. In which case, there is no further need to keep the nation under lock and key. I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma.
Those new challenges will be
I'm
new
looking
opportunities.
forward to it.
What a dope fucking quest. Teleport waypoint unlocked. You We can now talk to A.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Ina.
about the
Abolishing
challenges.
the Sakoku decree has a myriad of implications. It would be folly to say that it will be all positive, and there will be no negative repercussions. For example, I can foresee the outside world posing a threat to Inazuma's businesses. These are the issues that I must work to solve.
Hey, you're thinking about this all so conscientiously. I've only got as far as wondering whether I'll be able to sell entrance tickets to the Grand Narukami Shrine in the future.
Good job, Yamiko.
Honestly, Miko, many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma.
So let's
Makoto's gaze was
go through all
always
these.
fixed on the people of Inazuma. I always assumed it was because that was her duty. But now, I see that hers was a gaze full of delight and hope. It was not just a duty, but a joy, too. She loved humanity very dearly.
If the people of the past deserve the god's attention, then so do the people of the future.
Indeed. No longer will I ignore their passions and dreams. Many challenges still lie ahead,
but the
to
centuries
put it
dueling.
bluntly. It was constant torture, with no end in sight.
Yeah, that must have been fucking
Faced with
terrible.
an endless battle. I had to remain focused at all times. Had my concentration lapsed for but a moment,
That's
the Shogun's blade
insane.
would have taken my life. Safe to say. Were it not for my previous experiences in combat, my skills would not have been up to the challenge. I would most certainly have been defeated. And through it all, you also had your part to play. Many challenges still lie ahead.
Yeah, what about
for you.
the
Don't
Secret
worry.
Sakura?
I haven't forgotten. I will be sure to remind the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions of their duties in this regard. It's not only the monsters that I am worried about. I'm concerned about what else might escape from the Sacred Sakura.
Now I still don't understand what Cheese was
That's a
talking about
tough one,
earlier, but
alright.
anyway.
There's plenty more besides memories held in the ley lines.
Since you clearly understand, perhaps you could think about making an effort too. Many
job, Miko.
challenges still
Yeah,
lie
yeah.
ahead
And
for
since she was supposed to go.
Yaimiko said nothing of the sort. And the traveler has some nerve making up spurious claims about her while she is still present. Some words are not to be packed. Trust me, you don't want to know the cost of betraying me. Just think of the things I said to you as our little secret. Understood?
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Ooh, I suddenly want some fried tofu.
Many challenges still lie ahead for
Freaking. Thanks for you and stuff.
Many challenges
Oh,
still lie
it's just
ahead
both of
for
them.
Ina's-
Okay, cool. Cheese was saying, oh, it depends on everything, like, regarding, well, now I could do this. Yeah, Cheese was saying that it depended on, like, various things, and like, oh god, I gotta be aware of all, like, the little things and have to
I'll
change
start ahead.
on the day and whatnot. Meanwhile, Cheese was just bullshitting me. Thanks, Cheese. Okay. Ow! Jesus.
This world, a fleeting shadow. Weak.
This is a new...
Illusions are but distractions.
For Rex Lapis.
Try and defeat the special illusion to force the real body to show. Yeah, you said that it was different every single week.
All desire
Born
can
of
be
icy
broken.
frost.
We're way behind schedule. This body is eternal.
Oh my gosh.
Obstacles.
Hold the line.
Purge all obstacles.
Ah! Why are you terrifying?
Inferior.
Jesus.
Witness the final calamity.
Please. Oh god. This fight is insane.
Next on the agenda, Sever.
Hold the line.
Eternity is in my hand.
This is a crazy fight though without the Raiden Shogun though. It's real talk. This is just pretty much just survival. Is really what this is. This is a fucking insane fight though. This fight's actually hella hard.
Get back! Born of ice and frost, inferior.
Rest and rebuild. Here, bring refuge.
Access denied. For Rex Lapis.
What if this is a crazy fucking fight?
Shattered.
Allow me.
A sight to behold.
Emerge.
Oh, you know what? I should probably.
Emerge.
Ow! That hurts.
Lightning falls on the land of eternity.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Sorry, Razor.
Kill you.
This body is eternal.
So literally, it's just you gotta like survive everything.
Come on.
Ow! Stop! Please!
Right now.
Right here, right now, right here, right now. Oh fuck. So literally it just comes down to like
No touching. Witness the final calamity.
this is an insane fight.
Rest and
Purge all obstacles.
Catalyst users would probably be amazing here.
focus.
Catalyst users and anybody who is cryo would probably be really good here. Maybe pyro users.
Eternity is in my hand.
Shit.
Allow me.
Dude, it's just hopscotch over here. Let's go! Let's go, Razor! Razor's time to fuck up. The Raiden Shogun. Your friend in this battle?
Euthymia crumbles.
Is it?
before me.
Are both of them? Maybe. Here's the thing. I think those are probably for Yamiko, right? Those are for Yamiko to level up her skills. I'd have to guess. Well, I don't have any of those other things. Also, I should be able to unlock this now. Take a stroll around Hana's. So wait, where do I need to take a stroll through? Oh shit! Oh, in your party? Yeah. Fair. You know what? We should probably do the rest of this stuff. Now it's time for another crazy fight. And then we're going to do achievements, and then we're going to switch games. Do best, yeah.
You're trembling. Is
There.
it the cold?
Okay, so sorry, now we can talk about probably that, let's talk about that quest, by the way. Because I don't think we really got an actual chance to. So pretty much, that quest was... We went into... Like, we stopped a Rift Town threat, which was just causing, essentially, A, to remember, like, all the memories. There wasn't, like, too much going on regarding it, though. How do I put this? Like, there really wasn't too much, I don't know how else I should put this. Essentially, there wasn't too much of a reason for those Rift Towns to be around, but the Rift Towns were around just so that way it shows that A was remembering things from the past. That being said, then we get to the real meat and potatoes of the quest, which is going into Makoto's consciousness in that plane of Euthymia, that alternate dimension, and seeing, essentially fighting the Raiden Shogun. And can we talk about the fact that... This is the weirdest sentence I think I'm going to say. As we traveled further in time, A traveled backwards in time, but also recognized that it was also forwards? Is that the best way to describe that? Essentially, as A went 500 years back in time, for A, that felt like 500 years in time, which really just took them back to when Conria went down. Now, A still remembers all the stuff with the Traveler and everything, but, like, can we just talk about how weird of a sentence that is? That, like, she just straight up was back in time, but also not? It's such a weird fucking thing to say. And I think it's really cute, though, with, like, Makoto's consciousness being inside the Mushoten scene 500 years in the future, and then gets unleashed 500 years in the past, which is why the Raiden Shogun was able to, like, piece together that... Essentially just piecing together everything about, like, that Makoto is actually the real reason why the Sacred Sakura Tree exists, but she never could explain it, and essentially she couldn't explain it until that quest happened, which is hilarious, but also insane. I think A was always a good character. Let it be known. Jesus. I think A was always a really good character with all of the quests, not just like the first two story quests. I will just say though that, like, the first quest really just kind of made her seem to be this character who I wouldn't say is an airhead, but wasn't super, how do you say? Wasn't super, like, aware of how everything was being affected when she was in the plane of Euthymia. This quest definitely doubles down the fact that she now understood her mistakes for being stuck in the plane of Euthymia, and now knows that she needs to better Inazuma. Not just for herself, but for the people. And in turn, also to better for, to better for, Makoto as well. I think it's a really cool quest overall. I really liked it. We still have Yamaiko's quest, but of course we're not going to be doing that today. We're going to be doing that a different day. For right now, we are going to use up all of our resin that we normally do, and go from there. Hello, the shrine's getting messy. That was a really cool quest, though, and definitely very emotional. Once again, would love to see all those cutscenes again. We all talk about this all the time. We would love to see all these cutscenes. Doesn't fucking happen.
Hold the line.
Excuse me. Water is supposed to work here. I don't know why water is not working. Use Mahoya, I beg of you. True. That being said, we still have like a lot of other stuff. Hoyoverse. Oh yeah, now it's Hoyoverse now, right? Instead of Mihoyo? That's true. So all that being said, what I'm gonna do for the rest of this Genshin portion of the stream is I'm gonna get all the commissions done, and then I'm going to hold on. I didn't know that door was open. I don't know why that door was open. Okay. Weird. Apparently the door to my room's been open this entire time, but it shouldn't have been because I made sure it's locked beforehand. So somebody must have opened it earlier. I don't remember. Anywho, so yeah, we're gonna get our usual 5 achievements as we normally do. And then we're gonna go, switch games. Cheese, are you joining us for Dead by Daylight today too?
You can't run from death.
Yes, Tim's too. I was gonna see, because I know Neko's streaming it right now. You want to see, because you are joining, Jay's joining, myself. You want to see if Neko wants to join as well for 4-person?
Stay right. I guess this is
Next on the agenda.
I don't know if she's doing this or playing killer. Let's go. Cool. Thank you. But yeah, because I'm just gonna do the rest of my resin stuff off stream, but I do want to get the 5 achievements that we normally do. And oh, I need to talk about that humorous background element that I don't know if people in chat saw. You may have seen in the background while we were doing the Raiden Shogun quest there at the end that there was a pillar of light coming from a booth. Yeah, that's actually really fucking funny. And hilarious, in all honesty. So I will show off what that is right now. So here's what here's the thing. Oops, that's not where we want to go. So you may recall that in the past we were doing the Shumatsu Gaiden stuff, which was getting those fortune slips and everything. Well, we got the last one, and it's been a bit. Huh, where did Miss Kendo go? Well, this is slightly distressing, right? Well, what if she doesn't return? How Paimon know Taste Fortune? Oh, there's a slip here. Let Paimon have a look. We shouldn't. It doesn't matter. It could be a clue. This is the thief's final destination. Investigate the strange occurrences at the marked location. Seems like we're going to go to this place to receive further instructions. Let's go find out. A note left by someone. Weird. It looks like whatever's happening, it's happening in this general area. Yeah, right there. Oh shit. Ganyu is dead. We're good. Oh yeah, the crystal flies. Dude, what is going on with all of these freaking... Okay, sorry. As we're getting the achievements done and everything now, I don't know what's been going on, but like, dogs have been non-stop barking lately. For like, it's been for the past, I'm gonna say, few months? I don't know if it's because people are like newly getting dogs or something, but it's just crazy. This is the place, right? There's nothing special here. You shut up indeed, just as expected. You lose consciousness. Well, that's not good. in a bit, so she won't be joining us. Okay, no worries. We're in a cage. Where are you exactly, and what are your intentions? That's our line. What are you doing, Miss Gendo, attacking us like that? How rude. Answer my question. Name's Volika. I know your name's alright. Now tell me, where did you hear the secret code from? Please listen to me. This is how it happened. We found an abandoned camp on a hill. You recount the tale of an abandoned camp at the tattered notes. I see, so you chance upon those notes. In that case, Momoko must be... Who's Momoko? She was the one who penned those notes. She was a colleague of mine. Unfortunately, she will no longer be able to continue serving in Azuma. True shame. I'm sure you must have many questions. I suppose it couldn't hurt to answer them. Momoko and I are both ninja, the Shumatsubin. Our task is to rid Inazuma of external threats, and these strips of paper are one of the ways in which we communicate our missions. As a result, we have also endured a lot of resentment and peril, for example, from those dangerous people who have infiltrated our nation. Tui. We found an abandoned camp on the hill. We used the secret code to identify our comrades. However, each person's secret code is unique. It seems that Momoko deliberately left her secret code behind in a bid to inform us of the situation. She was attempting to lure the enemy who would want to use that secret code out. So you found it immediately, didn't you, Miss Gendo? Of course, that's why I had to ascertain the situation, but it truly was strange. I couldn't work it out. If you really were just Snezhnine spies, then why would you go and complete the missions as ordered without reporting the matter back to the Fatui? As such, I believe your story about the abandoned camp. From your actions, I can see that while you only matched the secret code up out of curiosity at first, you are friends and not foes of Inazuma. Well, that's her name cleared, but I'm so a little peeved that you've just taken us for free label this whole time, Miss Gendo. Is that person really you, though? Unforeseen notice. Yes, the Gendo who gave you the missions afterwards is an imposter. What? As I was telling you, I was set upon by some Fatui spies. I do know a thing or two about ninja arts myself, so I faked my death to fool them. Afterward, they simply had one of their own people disguise themselves as me and replace me. Afterward, they simply had one of their own people... So wait, one of their own people disguise themselves as me. Okay, so no wonder she called the fortune slip by the proper name. Yeah, so does that mean that kind-hearted Miss Gendo was a fake? Kind-hearted? I suppose she's been quite popular, huh? Well, either way, they must have assumed that you were a formal member of the Shimatsubin and tried to use you to infiltrate our organization. This proved to be a good opportunity for me. While the imposter was out, I used methods of my own to bring you here. Listen well, and I'll give you a choice. Work for us as an external member. They do not yet know that I live, and so the advantage is ours at the present. What if I refuse? You could certainly try. Whatever the case might be, Voloko, the Fatui are enemies too. Why don't we work together? A wise choice. The supplies in the safe house are yours to use as you please. Well, then I'll be in touch in the event that something new comes up. May our cooperation be fruitful. Farewell. This happened a while back. Shumatsu Gaiden! Alright.
Next on the agenda.
So what's here? I didn't mean to do that. But now we can use everything here to our disposal. Apples and this is really not a good area. There's like how much do okay, well there's a luxurious chest. I'll take the luxurious test.
A reward every now and then.
Give me all the stuff. So wait, where is this hole in the ground? Is this right by the... I've already been here before. It's this hole in the ground. I've literally already been here before. God dang it. Alright, whatever. What other things am I missing right now for this? Defeat boss opponents, do one more domain challenge. Hey, cheese. Is there a... What am I doing? Has it already been revealed what Ayato's stuff is? Cool. Because Ayato is coming out here relatively soon, so I just want to see if maybe I could just get a head start on fighting some of the bosses, just so that way we can get more points. Because I'm probably not going to be doing the gacha for the next week since or next set, Because it's going to be Raiden Shogun plus... whatever. Excuse me. Like how Jay also just showed up there. Hydro Cube? Yeah, he is Hydro, huh? I like looked to the left, I was like, why does it say 10th letter of alphabet? Oh, that's right. They probably just popped into the Discord. Realm Depot. Oh, there's nothing else I need to worry about.
If you ever have it.
If you ever have any questions, do shit. Well, once again, we're gonna really quickly shit. Do some achievement things real fast. I guess we can fight the Hydro dude. I don't remember the easiest way to get to Hydro Cube, but we'll figure this out. Oh, I need to go get more. What is my achievement? What achievements am I at? So I'm at 501 now. So 4 more. I need to buy more Omni Ubiquity nets. I think there was one involving this, but I don't remember what it is. Explore Watatsumi Island following the footsteps of an unknown researcher. I haven't done that. Feed the kittens on the Sarai Island and gain their affection. We can do that. See puzzles. Unlock one series of mechanisms. Have I not done that one? Okay. This one seems pretty simple. Defeat the Hydrohypostasis without destroying a single one of its water droplets.
Let's move out. Rest and rebuild.
But without destroying a single one. And I also need to get hit by something. I need to get hit by a specific one. I'll take the heals.
I taste blood.
That's unfortunate. Wait, so what do I have to be hit by the Hydrohypostasis? Very confused. There we go. Dry clean. Wait, how do I do this one? Okay, hold on. So there's one that's called a cat's gift, which is feeding the kittens on Sarai Island. I think that's over here. Somewhere around here is a place to feed. I think. Delicious, invigorating kitty meal? What? Delicious, invigorating kitty meal. The person devotes wine if they have to work checking this. Things aren't quite that simple. Small note, you mean the person slipped on you quick. Let's open and see what it says. Wind grate. Right over there, just windmill and a window. I think it means might be depicting some other shuriken and metal gate. Shuriken, huh? Oh, that's right. It must be the Shumatsu bin. I get it now. This must be a coded message from Miss Gendo. In that case, the metal gate has to be entrance to her safe house. So for the safe house, that's where Miss Gendo's gotta be. Well, that's fun. We'll do that later, I guess. Have I been able to make this kitty meal this entire time and I've just never noticed it? Holy shit, I've been able to make this entire time and I've never noticed it. I blame cheese. Two, three. I'm just gonna keep cooking this so that way we can use it. Sweet, we did get a bonus. Awesome. Alright, let's feed these cats. Okay, so I don't... Has anyone here fought the Thunder Manifestation semi-recently?
We're way behind schedule.
It's fish. There more? I think there's like another one. There is.
Next on the agenda.
So what's this called? It's called a cat's gift. Cat's gift Genshin. So what's this one? Alright, so there's that, but that's not what I need to look for. I need to go over here. Or no, sorry, not over here. I need to go up here for this other one. So those cats, I could feed them, but it doesn't do anything. Those ones at least don't, it looks like. But if I go... Looks like over here. Somewhere around here is this cat. So we need to feed this cat, and this cat's gonna move later. So that's that one done. Holy shit, that's gonna be everything we can do, because everything else concerns, like, other islands. I'm gonna need more time. Alright, cool. Well, I guess that's that. Yeah. I mean, the other thing I could do is fighting this thing when it's flying and defeating it while it's flying. I don't know what exactly that means, though, if I'm gonna be frank here. What up, Soups? How's it going? I think we'll just leave it at that. Can I craft anything? No. Okay. Is there anything else I'm missing for this stuff? One more request and defeating 4 boss monsters, which is just the Hydrohypostasis, which I can just do on my own.
Add
So
Astro.
that's okay.
Thank you for
Alright. We're getting ever closer. Good old yeah, Miko. We got Kokomi, we got Ganyu, but we got our boy Razor. Oh boy, Reza. And Ito. And Zhongli. I don't know which Archon I like the best now out of everybody. I would like to change her name just to I. Sorry, A. Instead of just the Raiden Shogun. Just want to see. So she's probably gonna say a bunch of stuff. Yamika. Man, there's a lot of stuff. Kuni Kazushi. Who is this person? I don't know who Kuni Kazushi is. Good old stuff. More about the Raiden Shogun. Really? There's only... Oh, it's Raiden Shogun and then more about A. Gotcha. Gotcha. Also, birth date. Birthday. That's kind of funny. Oh, man. I can't wait to do the Raiden Shoguns. Voiceover stuff. Sorry, I was just looking at that. Alright, well that's gonna be it for Genshin for today. So next time we do Genshin, we will do the Enkanomiya fun times, where we explore more Enkanomiya, and we can finally do the event that is ending in 30 days. I'm almost out of days. With that, let's move on to our next game, and by that I mean I'm gonna put up a bear back screen and play some music because I gotta do some shit. So, bear back for a little bit. See ya guys for DBD.